The Super Media Bros podcast is a founding member of the OddPods Media Network.
Super Media Bros.
Dude, could you believe, no bullshit, can you believe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these matches were between like damn near 20 and 30 minutes long?
No kidding.
Yeah. Welcome to a bonus episode of the Super Media Bros podcast. I'm Richie.
I'm Devin.
And we're here to talk about AEW Revolution 2022 and the Dynamite and Rampage fallout from the week of. Holy shit, there's a lot to uncover. Let's get right fucking to it. This was a stacked goddamn card for this pay-per-view. Jesus Christ. I mean, even the pre-show, all together, 12 matches.
Yeah, okay, so full disclaimer. I missed a couple of matches. I missed the first match of the pre-show because I hadn't made it home from work yet. And ironically, I missed the main event because our internet crashed.
Oh my God. How do you...
Literally, as Hangman Adam Page walked into the ring and turned to face the camera, that's whenever it crashed.
Your cable and internet simultaneously just cowboy shit the bed.
Yeah, pretty much.
Look, everybody out there, the fact that this man missed the opening and closing contest is proof positive that not only does he eat the hamburger without the buns, he watches the pay-per-view without them too.
Dude, I was so mad. Like, I was 99% sure of what the outcome would have been to the title match, but fuck.
But the adventure of getting there, you got robbed, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Okay, so the Layla Hirsch versus Chris Statlander match was a pretty short and sweet opener. Layla won. This may have been the blow-off to their feud. I'm not even sure, because I don't think that they've picked anything up after this.
Yeah, Layla Hirsch seems to be moving on to something else according to Dynamite, so...
Yeah, really not much there.
How was it?
It was pretty good, though. Like,
okay.
It was what it was. Like, I don't say that in a bad way. I mean,
yeah.
It was a Layla and Chris Statlander match, and it's about what you expect from it.
Statlander has really improved since she started.
I love Chris Statlander. She's one of my favorites.
Dude, but, like, she has been banging out, like, several promotions at a time. Like, she's really getting herself out there.
And that's a good thing.
Oh, absolutely.
Somebody else on this fucking card who has just skyrocketed since his fucking debut in the ring, Hook.
Dude, this is wherever I walked in. I walked in for this.
Yeah, send Hook all the time, okay? Hook just bounced QT Marshall's stupid ass around the ring a little bit. He got his ass like punched and kicked a few times, but I mean, good.
Yeah, this was a match that I think he sold the most for that I've ever seen.
Right, but it looked good. I liked, even though it was like a 5-minute match, I enjoyed seeing Hook get like somewhat of a come from behind victory on this, even though he wasn't at any terrible disadvantage.
Right.
But I love that he was just like, you know what? Fuck QT Marshall, because really, fuck QT Marshall. I love watching that dude just get his ass whooped.
I know. I'm real curious to see how Hook lands along with the other pillars of AEW. Say in 10 years' time, I want to see where everybody is at.
Oh, same. I want to see where Hook is in 5 years, to be honest with you.
Yeah, because, like, on one hand, the current gimmick can only go so far before people start, like, shitting on it, you know? But at the same point, dude, what can the kid do? I'm genuinely curious. Because right now, like, everything is looking very good.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, that's how he's being positioned right now, and he needs to be positioned that way because the whole swagger of him is this, and it's working.
Right.
Don't fix what is not broken.
Absolutely.
Now let's get into the match that I'm going to say of the pre-show was absolutely the match of the pre-show. And dare I say one of the really great matches of the night, fucking House of Black versus Pac, Penta Oscuro, and Eric Redbeard.
Dude, this was excellent. Like, I had a blast watching this. I'm a huge fan of the House of Black.
I'm a huge fan of all 6 of these people, to be quite honest. Like,
well, yeah, obviously, yeah.
Yeah, and dude, fucking Redbeard had a great showing here, and I wish this was what they would have done with him in WWE.
Yeah, and dude, it's such a small thing, but Eric, like, with the tattoos, has really done a lot for his look. Like, not to say that he ever looked generic.
No, but the aesthetic is completely changed.
Yeah, it almost gives him his own identity in a way. Shit, I'd like to see him in the House of Black at this point.
I'm telling you, that's kind of, if he sticks with the company, I was thinking he might be the 4th guy, but you never know. And this was like almost a 20-minute match, and I didn't expect this one to be that damn long, but everybody looked great. Can I just say how much I am happy about Buddy Matthews being in the House of Black because of the work that him and fucking Malachi did in WWE in their matches? Those were great matches, dude.
Right.
And you know they're buds, so like, this was a great call.
Buddy is getting fucking massive. Like, I was looking at that motherfucker, I was like, Jesus Christ, dude. It's fucking scary.
Yeah, he's fucking ripped.
He looks like a star. What the fuck? How do they fumble these guys? Him and Malachi both? I'm like, how? Pac is fucking amazing. How do you fuck that up?
I mean, look where they're at now.
I know, but I'm looking at it from their perspective, okay? Pac, the only one that I can mildly understand, he's smaller and accent. I know Vince is weird about accents. I don't agree with it, but okay, all right, you've got that. Malachi can talk, he's got a gimmick, and can fucking work. Buddy can do all of that. What the fuck? You got nothing?
I don't have anything because you literally can't fuck it up. But apparently Vince McMahon can fuck up anything he wants, even if it's good.
I don't get it. God.
But House of Black wins this match, and they really needed to win this, to be honest with you, because they need to be the trio of this company. Like, really. Like, why don't we have a trios tag title?
It's coming. I guarantee it.
I know it is. It's got to be. Because there's too many trios groups, and they're not having a fucking title for it. They need it.
Right.
It was a great match and hell of a way to finish the kickoff show, honestly. Which leads us into Kingston versus Jericho for opening the actual pay-per-view. Sleeper match, man. Like, sleeper match of the fucking night.
Yeah, Jericho on Dynamite had said it was one of his best matches of his career. That's a tall order, but I certainly think that it's at least top 5 of his AEW career.
Yes.
I would even say top 3. It was very good.
It was one of Kingston's best matches in this company.
Oh, I think bar none, yeah. Dude, and Kingston, like, I really want him to get the world title at some point.
Yeah, dude. Once that moment happens, it's going to be legitimately emotional because Eddie, probably more than most of the guys there, does deserve to have some kind of long reign, even with the TNT belt. Or, you know, he does deserve to eventually get to the world title. I would love to see it. The man has probably been the most improved worker since coming to the company. He was never bad. He just always got shit on because of his physique, honestly. Like, you know, not really shit on, but he was always just kind of given shit for it.
And I get that there are instances like whenever, I believe it was Hager that tried to powerbomb him on Dynamite.
And he couldn't sit up for it?
Yeah.
Dude, he almost, like, you know what's fucked up about that? Because, like, this is the Dynamite after this pay-per-view, for those of you listening. Hager goes to powerbomb Kingston through a table on the off the apron to the outside of the ring, and thank God that 2.0 were there to assist with that, because, dude, Eddie would have broken his goddamn neck. And he still took that fucker hard because...
Oh, yeah. It was like the back of his neck.
He fucking almost missed the damn table, and I don't know if that was just like a fluke or he still couldn't sit up enough or take it right.
Either way, even if it were Hager's fault of picking him up, or it's his fault for not being able to sit up properly. Regardless, there are moments like that where it is concerning, and I'm not even shitting on the guy's physique personally.
Right.
It's just if you are a booker and you have to put him in a certain spot and position night in and night out, I can see that being concerning, but Eddie has even said, yeah, I'm trying to cut weight. So I ain't even going to, dude, if you're trying, then good for you.
Oh, fuck yeah, absolutely. And you can tell if you look at some of the shit from before to now, you can tell he's done the work. And you can look in his face and tell.
I can see it in his face. I haven't done any before and after pictures, but now that you mention it, I am thinking back. His face is slimmer.
Yeah, and then speaking of also, even a couple weeks before this, Jericho cut weight too.
Bruh, now that one you can physically tell.
Well, it's because you can tell he cut back on the fucking beer and liquor.
My man lost that belly and ain't worn a shirt since.
I don't blame him. Dude, if I looked that good at what, is he 52 now? 51, 52?
Oh, something like that.
If I looked that good at that age, I wouldn't wear clothes, period. my fucking naked ass would be everywhere. I wouldn't give a shit.
Bruh.
But yeah, Kingston wins this by submission?
That was the part that shocked me. Because by the booking, I was like, there is no way they're going to have Eddie lose. Because that's just burying the guy.
Yeah. And I said something like this not long ago, maybe on social media, where I said, I think there's a Jericho heel turn incoming. And I saw a lot of other people talking about that as well. And it was just on the thread of this pay-per-view. And somebody was like, Jericho is too beloved by the fans, which, okay, of course. But if anybody can make you hate the shit out of him, Chris is going to put himself in that position. I'm sorry. And he did. This gives me an idea if we just do the fallout of each match on Wednesday, because this leads directly to the heel turn in question. The whole idea for this one was if Kingston won, Jericho was like, I will look you in the eye and tell you that I respect you and I will shake your hand. He refuses the handshake and fucking bails. Cut to Wednesday. They open the show and Jericho 2.0 Jade Cargill, which this was a whole ass huge setup where Proud and Powerful hit the ring, potentially saving Jericho from a beatdown from 2.0, which this leads to 2.0 helping Jericho, and Jericho beating the shit out of Santana and Ortiz with his bat, then beating the shit out of Eddie Kingston with his bat. So you essentially have Jake Hager running to the ring like, what the fuck is going on? And then Jake just turns too. And now we have the Jericho Appreciation Society instead of Inner Circle 2.0, which is a much better name. I'm just going to say it right now.
They have to be doing this on purpose. The really cheesy names. There ain't no way they're taking that seriously.
Dude, and the new stable basically is Jake Hager, Jericho, Daniel Garcia, and 2.0, which I have to say, Santana and Ortiz and Sammy Guevara are definitely going on to better things. They're going to be bigger star. Yeah, they're going to be bigger stars. This is a great way to give 2.0 and Dan Garcia the rub that they need.
Particularly Garcia. I see a lot of Bryan Danielson in him.
Same. Big fucking same.
Really, if he can figure out his character, I don't know if it's mic time that he needs or just a gimmick in general. I don't know. But in ring work, dude's great.
Absolutely. I could watch him wrestle all fucking day. But I really feel like this is a good way to go. It gives Jericho and Hager something to do with a group still, and it gives them the opportunity to take these guys under their wing the same way they did with Guevara and Proud and Powerful. Not that Proud and Powerful really needed it, but in this company,
right,
to put them over, they definitely needed it.
And plus, Jericho needed this, man, because I know with my friend group in particular, Jericho was starting to get go-away heat. Just with my friends.
Yeah, Jericho, like you can always tell when it's time for a wrestler to turn. Like I'll get into this when we get to the AEW Women's Championship match later, but I understand. Triple threat tag match for the World Tag Team Championship, Jurassic Express, Red Dragon, and the Young Bucks. This was one of the matches of the night for me. This was a great fucking tag match.
It was just so much fun.
I called the ending of this match before it even happened on Twitter. I said, look, there's no way Jurassic Express loses. This is absolutely going to just further the Red Dragon Young Bucks tension in the storyline with Adam Cole kind of being the head leader of these guys right now since Omega is out of the picture. Tossing in old Switchblade here. I really foresee the Bullet Club from Impact rolling up in this bitch with the Good Brothers and Chris Bay and Switchblade to back Red Dragon, because you already know the Bucks and Omega are going to be the thing. And hell, they've already put some seeds in place where the Bucks didn't want to team with Adam Cole here recently to wrestle against Hangman Page. They flat out refused to do it.
Here's an interesting idea too, because I'm doing the math in my head. That would mean one side is a little bit larger than the other. More people enter in New Japan Pro Wrestling, reunite the Golden Lovers.
I would love that. God damn, I would love that so much. Like have them, or at least have them come in with the Bucks and Hangman, which I don't know if they're going to actually put Hangman involved with this, because he seems to kind of have his own thing about to happen with Dark Order.
Yeah, that I don't know. But in my mind, I'm hearing this, I'm like, okay, Good Brothers, that's 2, Switchblade, Adam Cole, Chris Bay, and then Red Dragon.
That's 7 right there.
Yeah, okay. So now on the other side, Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, possibly Page. We'll throw them in there just because.
Yeah.
Give that tag team a little bit of closure. Kata Ibushi. And then after that, who else? Hell, why not do a little bit of a full circle with Kazuchika Okada?
True.
So that's 6. And then I don't know what the 7th person would be.
Cody Rhodes.
Yep.
That would be some shit if he was just sitting out this long. I mean, he's probably more than likely going to WWE, I'll be honest with you. But if somehow this was all just a big fucking ruse to have him come back and join the Elite and have like the literal Elite that started this company. I mean, given the whole Ring of Honor purchase and everything, I know we just deviated way off the fucking tag match, but let's be honest, Jurassic Express won.
Yeah.
And this is the fallout from it, and it's furthering itself along. This is one of the most compelling long-term stories that I've seen in recent time. I'm curious to see where they go with it.
And what's fucked up is, like, I knew it would be Cody whenever I started this thought, but then I just drew a blank. But, dude, that'd be insane.
Yeah, it really would be, honestly.
And Cody would have been big braining all of us. Imagine that shit.
I kind of hope that's the case.
Yeah.
I want to like Cody Rhodes. I really do, but like he had go away heat like towards the end of his run here. And I mean, maybe he's doing this to refreshen himself, you know? Maybe he's doing this so that people would actually miss him. It's like the John Cena thing.
I don't think it was a work, but I can buy the idea of him being talked back into it.
Yeah. Yeah, I could too. But moving on from that, this moves to the Face of the Revolution ladder match, which again, it's Wardlow, Christian Cage, Keith Lee, Orange Cassidy, Hobbs, and Starks from Team Taz. First of all, long story short, Wardlow wins this thing, and you called exactly like some of the aftermath of this shit. Now, during this match, some really cool spots happened, like the whole thing with Cassidy doing that little skin the cat to the ladder while Hobbs and Keith were holding it. And I was just like, dude, he's standing on top of the ladder. He did a bunch of cool shit, but unfortunately, Keith Lee done fucking like launched Orange Cassidy, much like the Shooting Stars meme. That motherfucker said, dee, 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 dee. But he had a rough fucking landing that resulted in an injury. Like when he got tossed out the ring when Cassidy went, He launched a little further than he was supposed to, and he flat backed the fucking entrance ramp hard.
I'm just glad it wasn't his neck.
Yeah, same, because, like, you know, we're recording this pretty late in the week, but goddamn, like, I'm so happy that Big E is going to be okay.
Yeah.
That scared the shit out of me Friday night, and that could have easily happened to Cassidy.
Speaking of Cassidy, I got one for you. How do you feel about him turning heel at some point, but kind of keeping the same general idea of his gimmick, but really douching it up?
Cassidy would be a great heel, but I can tell you right now that he's definitely not going to turn heel anytime soon.
Not anytime soon, but
it would be great.
I feel like he could really run with that.
The thumbs up turns into the middle finger.
Ooh, yeah. Because really think about it. You can make an argument that he's kind of a heel now.
Sort of. He just doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
The people just love him too much, though. That's kind of his psychology in the ring, though.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, outside of that thought, everybody in this match looked great. Everybody got their shit in. It's just a goddamn shame that we can't have most of these guys win. I understand.
Right.
Yeah, like, I understand giving it to Wardlow. This is going to further the story along. And let's be honest, he's improved a lot over the last year.
He has. Even the promo on Wednesday, I was like, holy shit.
It was very solid. Like, so the story going from this match is, spoiler alert for the dog collar match, he had a hand in the outcome of that one. And so far, the story seems to be playing out like you said, where Wardlow may get his comeuppance from MJF during his TNT title match. Jade Cargill versus Tyconti was the follow-up match after this one, and I gotta be honest, it really wasn't that good.
Ty dropped her on her head like how many times?
A lot, dude. And look, I gotta say this before we go further into this. I really loved the literal Jade from Mortal Kombat ring gear on Cargill.
Yes.
Who is a goddamn star right now. I don't give a shit how you put it. She's green as all hell, but she's a fucking star right now, dude.
Yeah, I mean, like, would I have put a strap on her this soon? Probably not. No. But under the circumstances, what more could you expect from her? Yeah,
because I'll tell you right now, when she first arrived in the company, I was not even about it. I was like, why? Why are we doing this?
Yeah, because the whole idea of AEW was to not make the mistakes that WWE has. And their first thought was, oh, hey, this bodybuilder woman who has never wrestled a day in her life, why don't we give her an undefeated streak? I was like, the fuck is this?
I'll be goddamn that she didn't win me over, though.
Yeah.
Like, big time.
The way she carries herself and everything.
She's good on the stick, dude. Like, she's improved massively. Like, not at first, but, dude, I'm telling you right now, like, she's got the confidence. That right there. And she's a bad bitch, and she knows it.
Dude.
I say that legitimately.
Yeah.
I love Jade. I love how much she is just improved. And she's still got a lot of work to do, but I dig her.
Yeah.
And that's the best. That I love when a talent can do that.
The fact that she's actually trying.
That's right.
What more? You know?
Yeah. And she wins this match and retains, so her streak continues. And then we're rolling into the CM Punk MJF dog collar match, which in my opinion was match of the night.
Absolutely. No questions about it.
CM Punk comes out to his old AFI theme from Ring of Honor, which I kind of expected when MJF pulled the whole trolling the crowd with Cult of Personality. I said, there's no way they repeat this song. I just had a feeling.
I didn't even think about it, but once I heard it, like the opening little intro with the smoke and everything, I was like, y'all joking, right?
Right. And not only did he come out there, he came out in his old gear.
Dude, that shit was so fucking sick.
Dude, look, so the Sing the Sorrow album from AFI was one of my favorite albums that came out when I was still in high school. I still listen to that album to this day. It's one of my favorite records from the 2000s. That song kicks so much ass. It's not even funny. The moment I found out Punk was using it as an entrance theme when he was still in Ring of Honor, I was like, oh, here's a company that uses actual band's music for wrestlers' entrance themes. And I'm just like, holy shit, I can dig it. That's what got me into Ring of Honor, was the fact that they actually used music from bands for their wrestlers' entrances, like when Bryan Danielson would come out to the Final Countdown by Europe. That's some rock star kind of shit, dude. And that song fits Punk to a T.
It really does. The one thing I would have changed about this entrance, I really wish Punk, just for one night, bleached his hair. Imagine the visual of like the blood staining it and everything.
Right. Yeah, I get that. But
that's a nitpick, though. That's like one tiny thing.
I don't know if this is true or not. And it's only because when he sweats, I notice it. He might actually be going bald.
Oh, no. I've noticed.
Like he's thinning up there. So that's why he keeps the hair like back or whatever.
Especially like in the back. He's got the little like patch. But I mean, shit, the man's he ain't 30 anymore. I mean, my God.
No, he's 42. But my God, it was just fantastic to see this physicality in a match between two guys where arguably, like Punk has said before, MJF is absolutely like what CM Punk was a decade and a half ago. I mean, There's no question about it. What did you think about this match in particular, as far as like the psychology? Let's be honest, the blood poured in this one. Dude,
this is a rivalry that is not disappointed whatsoever. Just like the verbal attacks, the promos, the matches themselves, both of them have been stellar. I mean, here's the thing. This was fantasy booking for me. Not necessarily the order of matches or any of that, but just like the pairing. I wanted to see that so badly. And whenever they first came out, I was shaking. I was so excited. But then the little bit in the back of my mind, I was like, well, there's no way just because you hyped it up so much in your own brain, nothing can ever reach that. And it has. Like, it's so fucking good. This is the best shit going in wrestling right now.
Yeah, and they absolutely exceeded the expectations that were set upon them. Think about that. It's really difficult in this industry to over-deliver. You know, and I say it's difficult to over-deliver in this industry just because anything can happen.
Right.
You know, the crowd could have killed this match. Like, these two could have gone out there and worked their asses off, but if the crowd is not into it, this match is automatically going to suck.
Right. I'll say this, though. Name a bad crowd reception to MJF.
There is none. And for a heel, dude, he's the guy you love to hate. I've said this before and I'll say it again. The instant that they decide to pull the trigger and give him a full-blown babyface run, he's going to be a goddamn megastar, even more than he already is.
And it's crazy to think about because, like, his heel work to me is perfect.
It's God tier. When have we had a heel like this in wrestling in the past 20 years?
Oh, we haven't. And honestly, like, this might sound sacrilege to some people. I'm going to fucking say it, though. By the time MJF retires, don't be surprised if he's up there with greats. I'm talking Flair and all of them.
Oh, my God. Abso-fucking-lutely.
I think his potential, his ceiling is up there.
He's definitely going to be one of those Mount Rushmore wrestlers in the next 20 years. I promise you.
So crazy to think about. Like, we're watching this from the beginning.
I'm glad to be alive at the same time this shit is happening.
I know.
But CM Punk defeats him by pinfall because at one point in the match, MJF is like legit crying for Wardlow, which is great heel shit. He's just like, Wardlow!
I know.
Fucking Wardlow comes out. He's asking for the Dynamite ring so he can deck Punk, and Wardlow can't find it in his pocket. And he gets the GTS. And I think it's hilarious because right as it happens, Wardlow's just like, aw, silly me. It was right here the whole fucking time. And then the pop that he got when he just lays it on the apron right in front of Punk and just gives him that look of like, you were right. The crowd just goes ballistic, dude. Like, you could tell they want to cheer this man so badly.
This was just perfectly executed.
It's masterful storytelling, dude. This is masterful plot development.
Wardlow's facials, the fact that this is exactly something that MJF would have done, and he just would have spun it and said, I put the ring in the ring. Yeah, that's on you for not picking it up. Like, this whole thing could not have been done any better.
Oh my God, no. I'm curious to see where Punk goes from here, because this was kind of like a blow-off match for right now, because now it's going to be MJF and Wardlow.
I think I know where Punk is going. Punk is going for the title, because if you notice, while he was celebrating, he did like the little waist motion.
Yep.
Which I think is perfect, while MJF is busy catering to the Wardlow situation. Punk can get the title off of Hangman. Give him a little run. And then MJF is like, oh, so that's nice. We're 1-1. Why don't we do it for the title?
Yeah, MJF's like, that's a mighty nice belt you got there.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, don't be ashamed if somebody took it from you.
Yeah, because you know what? Initially, I wanted MJF to take it from Hangman, but this makes so much more sense.
Yeah, it really does. It's just a matter of time before Punk does get it, because my thought is this. What if somehow, before this even happens, there's a double turn? Like, you get a heel CM Punk and a babyface MJF, man.
I would love to see that. You give very high praise to MJF's potential face work.
I'm telling you, dude.
I'm curious to see, particularly because of that babyface-esque promo that he gave a few weeks ago. Turned out to be a ruse. But Tony Khan was also using that not only to further the storyline, but also say, hey, let's test the waters here. How can you do?
And whenever he was in his own hometown.
Right. He wasn't bad whatsoever. It's just like, my God, he's just so fucking good as a heel. So I don't know, but we know how heel Punk is. So even if MJF, for some reason, is mid as a face, Punk will make him look great.
Oh, Punk will make him look like $1 million goddamn dollars if he is a heel and MJF is trying to be a babyface. Punk is the guy.
Yeah. I really don't see where this can go wrong.
Yeah, because as much as I love babyface CM Punk, I love when he's a good guy. Punk would teach master classes as a fucking heel.
Right.
He even said it in the ring. He was just like, yeah, I bullied an addict into losing his fucking job. I poured the ashes of a beloved manager on the chest of the wrestler that he fucking managed. Like, he poured Paul Bearer's ashes on the Undertaker's body. But moving on, that is interesting in its own right to see where that shit goes. I understand where this next match was kind of building towards. In the moment, I was really pissed off that they fucked over Thunder Rosa in this match. It was Rosa and Britt Baker for the women's championship. I tweeted this and I got a lot of positive replies to it. I love Britt Baker, but that was the wrong fucking call.
I disagree.
Oh, I know you do, but I understand why they did it in hindsight. Because, Rosa's going to win it in a cage in her own hometown on the 1-year anniversary of the Lights Out match. Like, that's what they're setting it up for. My biggest issue, and I'm going to let you finish.
Yeah.
But I'm about to have one of the greatest points of all time.
Okay. All right.
Why did they stop booking Baker like a strong heel? Why did they make her a chicken shit fucking heel that can't win a match without her two cronies at the fucking ring?
My issue with all of that is, why did they never get escorted out of the match? Like, I don't...
Exactly.
That was my thing.
Yeah, of course. But again, every one of her fucking matches are the same now. She's got go away heat with me.
Wow.
I'm tired of Britt Baker as the champion. It's getting fucking stale as shit. The only reason I can say that I'm glad they didn't let Thunder win that night is because the crowd was fucking dead for this match.
See, and I agree with the call, because I feel like story-wise, it didn't feel right. Something felt amiss. I couldn't pinpoint it. I was just like, there's just more to say, but not a lot. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it.
I think they were having just a bad night, though, too. Like, the both of them.
Yeah. The match wasn't either one of their best work by any means.
No, and they probably just had an off night. I know there were rumors that Thunder Rosa was working through an injury. But my biggest issue, again, is the way that Britt Baker has been booked. Because, God, like I said, I love her to death. I think she's a great talent, and I think she's done wonders on the mic in the last year, and even in the ring. But the act is getting stale. Like, the way that she's being booked is not good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm one of those people that prefers a strong heel over a chicken shit heel, which oddly, Maxwell Jacob Friedman is good at both.
Yeah.
So he kind of gets a pass.
Well, he gets a pass because he does both.
Right. Now, Baker was like going over clean in a lot of matches with her submission finisher, the lockjaw. Bro, I would rather see her win clean than a chicken shit victory. But although I understand in hindsight, again, why they did it this way, it sets up the cage match perfectly to keep these fuckers out of there.
But can we still have Jamie Hayter like on the side? Because she bad.
Oh, absolutely. Her and Rebel. Come on.
Oh, I know. It's just a Jamie my queen.
Rebel, not Reba.
I still love that.
I know, I do too. That shit's funny as fuck. I wish she still walked out with a crutch, even though it's been a fucking year. Like,
fuck it. The one time that she came out without it, that one night, she actually legitimately broke something.
Isn't that fucked up?
I shouldn't laugh, but
no, it's just the irony.
It is, and now it's all past. It's water under the bridge. So, and everybody's fine, so we can laugh. But yeah, they all baddies.
Yeah. I love me some Thunder Rosa, dude. And guess what?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Thunder Rosa follows us on Twitter, by the way.
Dude, that's when you sent me that the other day, I was like, holy shit, what?
Yeah. Like,
me?
She may never hear this ever, but if she does happen to be like, you know what? Maybe I'll listen to this. Thunder Rosa, we would love to come to San Antonio and have tacos with you on your vlog.
Yeah.
God damn it,
I like
please.
tacos.
I do too, but that would be fantastic.
She makes that shit look so much fun.
Dude, she's the type of person that you just want to go fucking chill out and have a goddamn beer with and just bullshit, man.
I know, man.
But yeah, I legit, I'm a fucking Thunder Rosa mark at heart. I hope that she has like the crowd reception she deserves in San Antonio. And
she will.
The fanfare and everything.
I'm saying it right now. That's going to be the main event of the show.
It needs to be.
It will be.
Yeah.
There's not a doubt in my mind.
Let's move on to Jon Moxley versus Bryan Danielson. Now, this was another match that I thought won the crowd back because they were kind of flat for this one in the beginning. And I was like, y'all are getting fucking Mox and Bryan Danielson. Why are you sitting on your goddamn hands?
Yeah, the only thing that I can think of is it's a long show. I mean, I wouldn't have been quiet, but I understand. But they won them over.
Oh, yeah, they did. Moxley wins by pinfall. What a physical match, though.
Dude, okay.
They were laying their shit in.
Moxley looks great. He's been doing great. Fucking proud of him.
Danielson is doing some of the best work in his entire fucking career in this company.
I'm going to need you to erase that sum of. This is the best work of his career. Hands down.
Like, it's peaking now. Like, it's weird that he's in his 40s. But this is his time, goddammit. This is the shit we should have been getting in WWE, and we never got it.
How crazy is that? As big as he fucking got there, this is his peak. What the fuck?
You earned it, pal.
Dude, that's the thing, though. Whenever we talk about, like, what is the ceiling to some of these guys? Brian's fucking showing you, like... Bruh, just let me do my fucking job.
That's what everybody in this company that's ex-WWE is doing.
It's insane.
Mm-hmm.
Like Moxley going out and having fucking death matches on national TV.
And then going having death matches in GCW because he just fucking loves this shit.
Dude, it just makes me so fucking happy. Good for them.
But the fallout of Mox and Danielson... William Regal rolls his ass in there because these two sons of bitches are still fighting after the bell is done. And Regal rolls in that ring looking like a dad that's just pissed off that his two kids are fighting each other. It's the funniest shit ever, dude. He smacks Moxley, and Danielson's like, yeah, bitch. And he just fucking smacks Danielson. And he's just like, you've betrayed me.
I know. But you know what? The next program on Wednesday?
Oh.
Dude, fucking Regal literally said that Bryan Danielson is the perfect wrestler and that he is what he wishes he could have been. Imagine your hero, your idol, telling you that.
And just judging by Bryan's reaction in the ring, that's the first time he's heard that.
Yeah.
And the fact that Regal has a ton of respect from damn near everybody in this industry. Regal is one of the best to do this shit.
Mm-hmm.
He deserved much more than he got, but I do get why he didn't get those things. I mean, he's even said it himself. Like, his addictions got the best of him, and he didn't give a shit for a while. But the fact that he's still around, he's only 53 years old.
When he said that on Dynamite, I was like, my guy, you've looked 53 for the last 10, 15 years. Like, it's like he just stopped aging.
I know, and I can't not believe he's only 53.
I really thought that he was like 65 to 70.
See, I would have just put him at like 60, just a flat 60, 61, maybe 62, but 53.
But again, he's looked the same for so long.
True.
And I remember him looking old when I was like 15. So,
you know what my favorite thing that I ever saw that motherfucker do?
Huh?
He's a man. He's a man. That fucking short-lived ass gimmick where he rolled into the ring with jorts of jorts, fucking like safety vest, like flannel looking shit with the goddamn hard hat on. What the fuck was Vince McMahon thinking with that, dude? Like, Regal, a man's man. It was so corny, but God damn it, I love him for just going through with it.
Dude, but here's the thing. My man's stood there for like 10 minutes explaining why Bryan Danielson was just amazing, right? And then he basically,
I know where you're going with this.
He basically just turns over to Moxley and goes, and I'll get to you in a second. Back to Bryan for another 5 minutes. Turns over to Moxley and is like, I found you in the gutter. Like, that's basically what it sounded like. This is my prized possession, and this one I found in the trash.
You alright?
Yeah, like, I was like, okay? Because you know Moxley was just sitting there pacing like, he's saying all this about Bryan. Oh my God, I can't wait to hear what he has to say about it. What the fuck was that?
Is this a rib?
Yeah, I know.
He was sitting there, he's like, is this a goddamn rib? But no, seriously, the fallout from this is probably the coolest shit because I hope to God that this becomes a stable to be reckoned with.
Oh, dude, it should be. Like, I fucking love Moxley so much, and Bryan Danielson is one of the greatest of all time.
This is a dream pairing.
Dude.
Let's move on to the 6-man tornado tag team match, which this one was surprisingly better than I thought it was going to be. Darby Allen, Sammy Guevara, and Sting versus the AHFO, which is Andrade El Idolo, Matt Hardy, and Isaiah Cassidy. Look, Darby, Guevara, and Sting win this motherfucker. I would just like to use this opportunity to talk about the fact that Sting is 62 years old, and he is doing some of the most metal as fuck shit in this company right now.
He's just making up for lost time at this point.
He don't give a fuck, dude. And the fact that he can still go like this, again, this has got to be the theme of this episode. How did Vince McMahon fuck up Sting's WWE run? That fucker didn't win a goddamn match in that company of the two he had.
Which is so weird to me.
How do you fuck up Sting?
How do you fuck up Sting? How do you have him come out at WrestleMania against Triple H? Okay, that part, I was like, would have preferred Taker, but okay, all right, cool. We'll get there when we get there. Little did I know we weren't, but either way, I was like, surely he's gonna beat Triple H, though. Triple H is good about putting over people. No. And then you had the NWO side with Sting, which now I was a wee little lad. So tell me if I'm forgetting something. That was never a thing, right?
Sting was in the NWO Wolfpack with Kevin Nash.
Yeah, the Wolfpack, but that was, which by the way, looked cool. Loved the red face paint. That never should have been a call in storyline. Made no sense.
I get it though.
I get it.
But if you're still going by storylines from that time period, Hogan and Sting became sworn enemies at one point. Scott Hall and Hollywood Hogan were in NWO Hollywood. Sting never aligned with the three of them at the same time in that company.
So it doesn't make sense the way that I thought that it didn't.
Right. And
Okay.
here's something that's even going to blow your mind further. In that same showdown, X-Pac is over on DX's side. However, that fucker was also in the NWO, so you could not have won either way.
Yeah. I don't know. I just thought that was dumb. And then having him lose to Seth Rollins, I was like, okay, Seth is one of their up-and-coming big names. Okay. I'm just a little bitter because why Triple H? Love Triple H to death, but why? What did he gain from this? This is stupid. And then that was his last match. We thought he was done forever.
Dude, I'm so glad that he is in AEW doing this shit because this is the way that Sting deserves to go out.
Absolutely.
And he is being surrounded by some of the best talent in wrestling today. And I know for a fucking fact, these youngsters in this company are having a blast working alongside this man.
Dude, you know that Darby is just like, dude, this is so fucking cool.
That dude's bussing every fucking night over this shit. You know he's
Dude,
just like...
Let's really talk about Darby Allen real quick, okay?
Yep.
One of my favorites in this company.
Me too.
This man, all within one calendar year, has been tag teaming with Sting, had a match with CM Punk, and shared the ring with Jeff Hardy. You know Darby is just like, bruh, I'm kind of like in the middle of the card every night, but I ain't care.
Yeah, because look at the company around him.
Dude.
Because that's the fallout of this, by the way. Matt Hardy on Dynamite, which was really funny because they just opened this segment from commercial break with everybody from the family office in the ring. Long story short, everybody turns on Matt Hardy in the ring. Out comes Darby and Sting. They're starting to get their asses stomped. Here comes Jeff Hardy. On the day of his 90-day non-compete clause expiring, literally signs a deal with AEW that day. He rolls up in the fucking ring, but has time to do his little, Jeff Hardy crotch dance thing. Like,
as he should.
Yeah. And he rolls in there. The Hardy Boys have reunited. And like you said, Darby is sitting in there, the man that inspired Jeff Hardy, arguably, and then the man that inspired Darby Allen, arguably. Like, it's 3 generations of kind of the same gimmick in the fucking ring, but different attitudes about it.
It made me so fucking happy. You know what's funny? You had mentioned how he had stopped to dance. I didn't realize it until I got on Twitter later that night and just kind of scrolled through. Because, like, myself and my whole group of friends just erupted when Jeff came out. That we didn't even notice that he started dancing.
Dude, I died because he just kind of had that, like, I'm coming, man. Oh, wait, hang on. All right, I'm coming, man. He just, like, runs to the ring. He's like, I don't give a shit. My brother's getting his face stomped in. We used to do that as kids. I used to stomp his fucking face in,
This is for burning my house all those years ago. You remember that fucking storyline?
Dude, bro, oh my God. How could we forget?
That's what that was. He was just like, yeah, I'm going to save you, but first you're going to take this ass whooping.
That's it. I'm excited for the Hardys in AEW. I'm excited for the possibility of all the tag matches that they're going to potentially get to have. I'm excited for this potentially being a fucking stable of the Hardys, Allen, and Sting.
Dude, I don't know when they would do it, what pay-per-view. It's got to be a pay-per-view. Fucking Darby versus Jeff.
Kind of in the vein of Punk and Allen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude. That shit's got me so fucking excited.
I know that's got to happen at some point. And I'm going to kind of get to the main event in like a short but sweet fashion, only because like this was a great match. I think it had a lot of great drama to it with the near falls and just the physicality. And come on, it's Adam Page and Adam Cole. You know it's a good match. You know these two can work the shit out of each other in the ring. Adam Cole loses by pinfall in 25 minutes and 45 seconds. It was a long fucking match. In fact, this is the second longest match on the card, right underneath CM Punk and MJF by 1 minute. I want to point something out that I thought was really fucking cool. A lot of people may get turned away by this, what I'm about to say, but I don't give a shit because I thought it was pretty fucking cool. Adam Page rolls to the ring in rainbow-colored gear on his regular attire because of the whole "Don't Say Gay" controversy that's going on in Florida right now.
I have not heard this. Okay.
Yeah, it's a thing. So the fact that Hangman Page, they're in Florida for this pay-per-view, just rolls out with rainbow-colored gear was the biggest cowboy shit. Fuck you. And I am so here for it. Page has been a great advocate.
See, I thought it was just a reference to the BTE episode that one time.
I would say it's a little bit of both because they definitely made mention of that. Like, put it to you this way. Go look at the tweet that this son of a bitch left under Glenn Jacobs' tweets.
Now that I did see.
Good shit.
Yeah.
Good shit. That is cowboy shit.
Right.
This is why Adam Page is my motherfucking champion in this company. That dude is he's a good dude. And I'm not saying it just because of that one instance, but look at him. He's absolutely the type of dude you would want as the face of your company.
Right.
WWE should kill to have a guy like Page in their company as their champion. He's that good. And the long-term storytelling they had of him getting to that championship over 2 years, and it's paying off in droves. He's such a good dude, and I think he deserves it. I unfortunately, like you were saying earlier, I feel like his title reign might be probably the shortest world championship reign in the company, though. I feel like that's going to happen.
And it's a shame. I don't wish that.
I don't either.
But also, every match he has done has been insanely good. Just stellar work. But what has the storyline been? Adam Cole has really been the closest thing, but even there, I'm like, I feel like this is just, I feel like the actual championship aspect is an afterthought. And it's really about the Elite versus the Bullet Club.
Yeah, because I did call this one too of Page retaining because the Elite and the Bullet Club will not be fought over the World Championship. That is a pride thing.
Right.
It is, I am a better leader of this faction. And really the power struggle is going to come into play whenever it's basically Cole and Omega and Switchblade. Think about that. There is a lot of potential. We mentioned this way the fuck earlier, but dude, this plot just thickens further. There are so many places they could go with it. I just don't know what's next for Adam Page other than the whole Dark Order thing, because at one point they come out to give him a hand and I think he shoved Reynolds.
Yeah, they had mentioned it on Dynamite, but I wasn't sure what they were talking about.
He shoved him into, it was either Cole or Red Dragon at one point. He shoved him off of him. And on Dynamite, they were talking about having that next, that 6-man tag set up where they were like, oh, Cole was like, you can pick 2 of whoever the fuck you want to pick. And it turns out it's going to be Jurassic Express because the Dark Order were like, hey, we got your back, pick any 2 of us. And he had to tell them like, no, I've already got Jurassic Express. And you could see Reynolds was still kind of pissed off, even though Page apologized about it. And I think the story they're going with right now is that Adam Page maybe unintentionally, mind you, but they may feel like he's kind of big timing them right now. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Where he's getting a bloated ego, and it's not even that he is getting a bloated ego. That just may be perception from the rest of that group. And it makes me feel like there may be finally a Dark Order heel turn.
I feel like that would do pretty well for them.
Yeah, I think it's been long enough since Brody Lee's passing that they could actually come off as a legitimate heel faction again.
Yeah.
But all in all, I thought this pay-per-view was amazing. It was a stacked card. It had a lot of great matches on it. What would you give this pay-per-view out of a 5-star if you had to rate it?
Probably 4.5. Just because the women's matches that I did see, again, I didn't see the opener on the pre-show, but I wasn't enthusiastically jazzed. You know, like, they were serviceable. They were fine. But like you said earlier, Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker both had an off night, it seemed like. So, not to say that it ruined anything for me, but if that was altered, I would have been even better with it.
I have to 100% agree. That's mostly what I was thinking, and the exact rating for me is 4.5. But it was good, though. Like, it wasn't. It was worth the money.
Oh, dude, like, absolutely. No questions asked about that. Hopefully, Thunder Rosa and Britt kind of redeem themselves, and hopefully, Tyconti doesn't drop anybody else on their head.
True. But I'm pretty sure that match will be worth it because, again, the crowd will be hot for it. If it's a gimmick match, they're gonna tear the house down.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and Scorpio Sky is a TNT champ.
Fucking A. Yeah, that was the fallout. He won against Sammy Guevara, so now Wardlow versus Scorpio Sky is going to be happening.
I did not expect that, by the way.
Neither did I. I think this is where MJF fucks Wardlow over.
Which, good for Scorpio. He's a mega talented dude.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys for listening to this episode. If you want to listen to more, check out supermediabrospodcast.com or oddpodsmedia.com to listen to the other shows on the OddPods Media Network. We have our merchandise in the show notes below. We have our socials you can follow us on the show notes below. Just scroll up and click it. It'll be a good time for all. Be sure to tune in this upcoming Saturday to check out Batman and Robin versus Superman for the Quest for Peace. It's probably the worst of both franchises, but yeah, we gonna make it work. Thank you guys for checking out the AEW Revolution 2022 pay-per-view review. That's a mouthful and a half. All right, guys, until next time, I'm Richie.
I'm Devin.
Shades on.
We're off.